Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's On The Social. This is the show where you take control and send in questions for me to answer. I'm going to get straight into tonight's show because I can imagine there's going to be quite a few questions. So I'm going to get straight into it. First of all, Kent Irons. Hi guys, I'd like to get your thoughts on the season ticket price increase, especially the increase on the concession tickets under 16/21. I know it is what it is, but they're the next generation of fans you don't want to lose. Yeah, look, I totally agree. It's been a bit of a meltdown on Twitter. I think it was just the announcement. Like, there was no build-up. First of all, season tickets got to be renewed by May the 17th, 5 days after the season finishes. Doesn't give people really a lot of time. I know you've got the finance option, but some people don't like taking out finance and things like that. Yeah, I mean, look, I've got some of the prices here, the percentage. I mean, adults, 1966 seats, up 8.1%. Band 1, 8.4. Band 2, 8.2. Band 3, 9.3. Band 4, which is my one, 11.22. And Band 5, no rise. My season ticket's gone up, yeah, 55 quid. I don't seem a lot of money to some people, but it is. I mean, when you look at, especially the under 16 section, this is the bit that's which has pissed a lot of people off. 1966 up 8.1. Band 1 up 90.91%. Band 2 76.7. Band 3 51.5. Band 4 no rise. Band 4 and Band 5 no rise. It's the thing is with a board, it's like one step forward, two steps back. I mean, did they really need to do this price increase? They didn't. They could have just froze prices for another season. We're increasing the capacity, making money up there. You're going to fill more seats, more season tickets. But that's a lot of money for some people. And I do feel sorry. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying that they're not going to renew. Maybe it's just they're saying it because of the news today. Most people probably will renew because that's what we do as fans. We get pissed off, but, you know, we end up accepting it. I think David got, you know, we're still the cheapest in London, but I mean, that under 16 section is just a joke. You know, 1966, 90 quid, Band 1, 76. This is for the adults. Band 2, 66. Band 3, 66. Band 4, 56. And yeah, under 16s, 90 quid. You know, it's a lot of money. You know, parents got to pay that. You know, so when you add up, it don't sound a lot of money, but if you've got 2 or 3 kids and you've got your own season ticket to pay for, it's a lot of money. So yeah, that's going to cause a lot of upset over the next few days, and it could be a very toxic atmosphere on Saturday over the ground. Right, moving on. At JPWHUTV, fellow YouTuber, do you think it's right that some season ticket holders' bands have changed with the new season increase? Keep up the great work, Ryan. First of all, thank you, mate. You keep up the good work as well, mate. Yeah, I sort of answered that in the previous question. I don't think it's right. I think they should have just froze the season ticket prices for another season. They're meant to make it affordable family football. But when they've raised the kids' tickets that much, as I said, you get a family of 3 or 4 go over there. It soon adds up, and people ain't got that sort of money. And like I said, I know they've put the season ticket renewal out now, but 5 days after the season finishes, you've got to have it paid up for. And that's if you don't do the finance option. They could have waited till sort of like the end of June or something like that. It's just ridiculous. Right. Moving on. Philip Bora. Hi, guys. Just seen the league table comparison from last season, and we are 9 points better off. Given we have invested 100 million in players, do you think this is good progress, bearing in mind our bad start and horrendous injuries? Yeah, I see that table. I think we're up 30%. Obviously, when you look at you think about it, it's only 3 more wins than last season. But the football this season has been a lot better, a lot more entertaining. And as you said, we had a poor start. We lost our first 4 games. We've had horrendous injuries, as you said. We're getting a few of them players back now. We've still got some big players to come back. But as an improvement in a whole, with the manager, the situation at the club, the atmosphere, the players we've got, I definitely think it is an improvement. But when you look at it like that, it is only 3 more wins than last season. Right, Daniel McNeil. Do you think this current squad is anywhere near the top 6? If not, what sort of investment is needed to take us to the next level? What key positions would you strengthen in? And do you think the board will spend big on the back of next season's season ticket increase? Thank you. A fully fit squad, no injuries. Yeah, I think we're good enough to be pushing top 8, challenging for the top 6, without a doubt. But we've just been hit by so many injuries this season. We can't get consistent form in the league. To take us to the next level, if you're talking top 6, challenging for Europe, Champions League and that, you need another 100 million, 150 million pound investment on this current squad. You've got to bring in some top players. So I don't think we're going to get that. What key positions would we strengthen? It's definitely got to be up front. I think Carroll's going to go, Perez is going to go, Hernandez is going to go, Arnautovic may go. We're looking at bringing in the Maxi Gomez from Celta Vigo, I think it is. So yeah, we need a powerful centre midfielder. We need another left back. We need another right back if Zabaleta's going. Centre back, I think we're okay. I think if Adrian's going to go, we need a decent backup goalkeeper. We need a lot of work in the summer. It's going to take a lot of money, and as you said, the season ticket increase. Hopefully, they've said we're going to get 25 million plus what we sell. So if we can recoup a lot of money, especially from Arnautovic if he goes, and we've got another 100 million to spend, yeah, it's going to be an interesting summer at West Ham. It always is, but this season is going to be even bigger. At G Murphy 1, the match against Newcastle saw a great atmosphere before the game, due to most fans getting there to honour BB, Billy Bonds. Do you think we should all make an effort in every home match to be in our seats to get that atmosphere every match? Yeah, I think I said it last week. I think that Newcastle game, everyone in the ground 20 minutes before, there to see a legend, Billy Bonds. We won that game 20 minutes before kickoff. Everyone was up for it that day, the fans, the players, everyone connected with West Ham. It's tough to get everyone in the ground unless you've got something going on. Maybe they could do more to bring the legends there and honour the legend. I'm not saying give everyone a stand and everything's like that, but maybe just bring them on the pitch 15, 20 minutes before kickoff or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to get everyone in the ground because most people want to be in the concourses having a few drinks before kickoff. And a lot of people make their way to the stadium. So it's going to be tough. But the atmosphere against Newcastle just showed it's exactly what that stadium needed. We needed a day like that because it can prove that London Stadium can be rocking. It can get up for it. But, you know, we need to try to recreate that every game. Right, moving on. Alex Smith. Guys, considering how poor our strikers have been this season and the lack of quality in that area, what would you like to see the club do about that in the summer? The rumoured 25 million budget worries me as I can't see how we can bring in some real talent in for that price. Yeah, I understand. I think what Pellegrini and the scouts have got to do, they've got to go out and find some little gems. They've got to go out and find a sort of Lanzini player, a Balbuena, pick up some players like that on the cheap. We're obviously going to sell players, so we're going to recoup money, league position. That's why it's important that we have a strong end to the season. We can recoup. I mean, Maxi Gomez, I mean, they're talking about if the club gets relegated now, we can pick him up for 25 million. So, but yeah, 25 million's peanuts these days to Premier League clubs. So we've got a lot of work to do. The scouts have got a big mission. They're probably already identifying players at the moment, but we need a lot of improvement, and we need to get rid of a lot of deadwood. And when I say deadwood, I mean players that are just not contributing this season. I mean, look, I've always been a big fan of Andy Carroll, but I think it's clear to see now that he's not gonna stay on. Perez hasn't worked out. Hernandez, I think, wants to go. Arnautovic wants to go. So it's going to be a massive summer, as I've said in previous questions. It's going to be a massive summer at West Ham, and it's going to keep us busy with the videos, that's for sure. Aaron Stewart, Ryan, our home form is okay at the moment, but away is bad. What can the manager do to try and solve this soft underbelly? We have on our travels, under this is solved, I can't see us finishing any higher than 10th. Yeah, I know what you mean. We get a little bit of form, you get a couple of home wins, you think, I mean, I think our last away win was Southampton away, which is, it's not good enough. I mean, we've had winnable games. I mean, Cardiff away the other day was a winnable game. But, you know, if you don't turn up, you don't perform, you're going to lose in the Premier League. That's how it goes. I can see us finishing top 10. I reckon we're going to finish about 8th. I think we're going to pick up a few more points and the teams above us are going to drop them. I can see us finishing about 8th. We obviously want to go 7th, but anywhere in the top 10 for me, I said at the beginning of the season, is progression after the last 2 seasons. We just need to get right on the road. We've got some tough away games coming up. We've got Chelsea, United, Tottenham and Watford, which is massive. You couldn't pick 4 worst games to finish the season off unless you wanted to chuck Liverpool and City in there as well. It's a tough running. But look, we need to start performing on the road, and that has to carry on into next season as well. Right, Aaron Hobday. Oh, it's a long one. Given our bad start to the season and the inconsistency we have shown over the course of this season, I think a top 10 finish would be considered a decent season. What do you think we should be targeting next season under Pellegrini, and do you think the board will back him like they did last summer in the transfer window? Me personally think next year we should be looking to achieve at least Europa League spot, but that would depend on how much the board give Pellegrini to improve the squad in certain positions. Yeah, I totally agree. I think every season we should be aiming to finish in the top 10, pushing for Europe, a good cup run, especially the FA Cup, which we failed on this season massively. But yeah, I think a top 10 finish this season, it would be decent, especially with the start of the season. Losing your first 4 is always tough to pick up from them. But we had a great December where we picked up a lot of points, and now we are 9th in the league. And we're 4 points off 7th, so it's going to be an interesting end to the season. They need to back Pellegrini, of course they do, but Pellegrini needs to make them his signings, not Sullivan signings. And yeah, we should definitely be aiming for Europa League next season. Right. Danny Bristow, why is it West Ham do not have a winning mentality for games against the likes of Wimbledon and Cardiff? That's a good question, mate. I mean, it's been like that ever since I've known, growing up supporting West Ham. We've always been like that. I think it's like a boxer. If you take a heavyweight champion, using another sport, you take a heavyweight champion, he's champion of the world. He sees he's fighting someone that's not as good as him. His training dips a bit. He walks in that ring, puts his guard down, and bang, you get knocked out. He's expecting to walk in there and knock him out, and bang, he gets knocked out, loses the title. I think that's where it is with a lot of Premiership clubs sometimes, especially West Ham. AFC Wimbledon, for instance. We turned up there. I think that we sort of expected to win. We're just going to turn up and guarantee a win. I think that's why the Arnautovic video come out after. I think that was all pre-planned, all pre-set, that we was going to cruise through Wimbledon. Then they announced the Arnautovic deal and everyone's happy again. Well, it didn't work out like that. When you've got 11 players on the pitch, you're playing against another 11 players. Don't matter what level you are. If they've got more heart, more desire, they want to win more than you, they're going to tackle more than you, they're going to put it in, they're going to win the game. So you have to treat an AFC Wimbledon like you're playing a Man City. Cardiff last week, I think the same thing. We turned up to that game and we sort of expected to win. Everyone was saying 2-0, 3-0, Cardiff on a poor run, they're going down. And look, we had 70% possession in that game. And it doesn't matter because the only stat that matters is a 2-0 scoreline in the corner. And Cardiff went on to beat us. So we need to be more consistent against teams like that. We're West Ham United. We're not Man City or Real Madrid. Where we need to turn up and treat these teams exactly the same as if we was playing Liverpool, City, Arsenal, United, Chelsea. So yeah, I hope that's answered that one for you. That's the last question. So thank you so much for everyone who sent in questions this week. Keep an eye out for our videos over the course of the week, the build up to the Huddersfield game. We'll have some previews out. We'll obviously have post-match point on Saturday and fan cams as well. And yeah, give me your answers on any of the questions I've answered. Give me your thoughts. I always like to hear your thoughts as well on these questions. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Don't forget, keep subscribing to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Facebook/ West Ham Fan TV. Twitter at West Ham Fan TV. And we're on Instagram as well. Just search West Ham Fan TV. And yeah, I'll leave that there. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I'm Ryan Archer at West Ham Fan TV. Come on, you Irons.